You know, the beautiful thing about life is the more you think you know, especially for me anyway, the more I come to a realization of the stuff I don't know. What I know fails in comparison to what I do not know. The beautiful part about knowing who you are, you don't ever waver within yourself when it's time for you to kind of adapt to a new way of seeing things. For a lot of people, they might think this causes a death and a rebirth. But for me, I can do this in real time. You get what I'm saying? See, I can talk about the chakras, how it come from the root to the crown, how the sacral chakra and the throat chakra are connected, dealing with the way you speak. And when you're speaking from a place that's true and authentic, it's coming from the gut. And that's dealing with your ions and protons or hormones that are telling your cells what to do. I can talk about how your root chakra is sulfur and it's connected to also your crown, which is igniting your adrenals, which is connected to your sacrum, which is also connected to your information highway, which is allowing information, which is also based off your white blood cells and your red blood cells, your lymphatic system, and then it goes to your glymphatic system. Then it allows your brain to process this information through the neocortex, through the hippocampus, the cerebral cortex, through what we know as our reality. So it's so many different things that's happening inside of our body. Our body is governing ourselves. And so I can talk about all that, but the reality of it is it's happening in real time. You ain't got to govern it. But once you learn to govern it, this is basically saying I'm learning to measure or be in maintenance of my chemical reaction to shit, or my emotional reaction to shit. So the energy and motion is no longer invoked or provoked, right, by something outside of me based off an outside entity, because I became my own deity, which that means I rest in my own altar. So that means I stand on my own square. So that means no matter what thought form I might get challenged in, I'm never wavered within the self, because the self has no identity. See, I can talk all intellectual with the shit, but in reality, just talking about you not being connected to the way you see yourself. See, so even no matter how much I know, I'm always in a place to adapt to the things that I do not know, and I'm able to absorb that, and I'm able to move on. Like, I'm not going to dwell on something and question myself based off what I didn't know, just because I got some new information and now I'm able to see it differently. So the way we process these things is based off the left and the right brain. That's the sun and the moon. I can talk about Job and Solomon's temple and how this is the essence of Freemasonry and all this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, all this is talking about you. All this is talking about how you alchemize thoughts and emotions in real time, because you are not your mind and you are not your body. You know, so no matter how much confidence and clarity I may have, just like I always say, just because I'm unfuckwittable doesn't mean that I'm untouchable. So life still touches Sensei. I let it touch me. I still feel. I lose people, people die, people come back into my life, people leave my life. I'm able to adapt and allow myself to detach and all that good shit when it's time. So everything moves in divine timing. So that's the only thing I can govern and manage is my time and my energy. So that means that I'm really embraced and engulfed to the fact that my presence is the only present I can give to anybody. So that's not a physical or a tangible thing, nor is it accomplishments or an achievement. It's not either one. It's just simply me being me. So this is why I say I'm not a teacher, I have teachings, because I'm simply just being me. So when you just be you, somebody's going to learn something, either what to do or what not to do. Everybody not going to like you. I ain't for everybody. You know, there's a lot of people that don't accept me, and I appreciate the people that do, because the people that don't really don't even matter to me. I just acknowledge the hate just as well as I do the love, because I take it to my heart and not my head. Because I know just as quick as somebody love me, they'll turn around and hate me. See, if you really accept that by people and you take away these titles, you'll get to see people for who they really are, not who you want them to be. So when they show you who they are, you'll believe them. Then you make a conscious decision on how you're going to deal with these people. Whether no matter how much I love you, no matter what I feel about you, sometimes you would actually have to make a conscious decision on what it is, somebody's role or their presence in your life and how it's affecting your life. That's a real thing to have to do. So we can do a lot of things for the sake of whatever, of our own belief system about ourselves. But I promise you, I'm so adaptable. I'd rather be adaptable and wise than smart and intellectual. You understand what I'm saying? So my wisdom allows me to adapt, and I always become a walking solution. So the whole ideal of this thing, or the whole purpose of it, is to be a walking solution. That's a never-ending thing. So become a walking solution for your life. You know, it's not, this is your self-mastery, your self-awareness is not accomplishment and achievement. It's just a state of being. Like, so once you fall in love with being human, just being you will happen as a natural consequence. All you got to do is let it. So don't fight against what's naturally there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fight against you. Because, you know, you're creating a battle that really don't exist. Because really a bunch of this shit that they talk about is really just some shit that they subscribe to, some type of inner battle. So once you let go of the battle and you start fighting for balance, harmony follows you next. So once you surrender, because once you find that balance, harmony, surrender to the harmony. That means just flow. You don't separate divine masculine and divine feminine because you know you are divine, period. As creation, I'm never separate from the creator. Namaste.